Welcome to my channel. My name is Tyler. I'm a lo-fi and ambient music producer with 14 million streams on Spotify. Today, I'm going to share with you step by step how you can start from an idea until to make it a full ambient track. I will using all the Logic plugins and also some free plugins, so you definitely can follow my step to create your first ambient track. So keep it in mind, there is no right or wrong. You can use any elements and experiment more what your unit sounds, what elements you would like to add on your ambient music, because this type of music, it is very experiment. There is no limitation and you can create anything that you want. So let's dive in. So here is the Logic new project, but I already chose some sounds that I don't want my video to make it too long. So basically, the first step, we are going to set up this tempo. For ambient music, always around 40 to 60 around this range. And then in this key signature, I always will mark it down which key is this project, because sometimes maybe I just make it a loop and then after that I want to open up the project again. I want to try to make something, then I can immediately know what key signature in this project. So I highly recommend you just put it the right key signature in your project. So in this case, I'm going to use C major, and I'm not going to talking about a lot of music theory. So in this case, I will use C major to keep it very simple, that because C major, it is all the white key. So that means all the white key. So if you don't have a MIDI controller, you can also tap Command K and then you can open up this keyboard and then you can play the sound on your keyboard, and you can make music very easy, right? So I highly recommend, if you don't know about the music theory, for the long term you should learn a little bit something like what is the key scale, what to create a chord, and how to create chord progressions, something like that. But nowadays there is a lot of tools can help you to find some chord progression through the internet, right? You can ask AI, you can check out the song that you like, and then you can try to use the chord progressions. And also Logic got some new feature, can generate some chord progression for you. And also maybe you can just play some notes on your MIDI keyboard and find out what sounds good to you, because this is also no right or wrong. You can just play the chord if it sounds good to you, and then it makes sense. This is what I come up with my chord progressions. So the first thing is I will going to choose a pad preset. So basically, when you first get into the project, you just press this add button and then press software, and then I always start with Alchemy for the pad sounds for an ambient track. So the perfect instrument is Alchemy. Don't sleep on this one. I use these plugins until right now because there is a lot of great sounds. So then you can hit the create button. So we come up with this instrument, and then they got all the category for you already, so you are so easy to find out the pad sounds. And then you can just play around. So I use the keyboard that to make the sounds for you. And then you also got 8 sounds right here. I'm choosing this as our first pad sounds. very airy, very wider, like that. So now we can create a chord progressions to loop it, and then we will start building up another layer. So I just come up with this chord progression is C, A minor, F, and G. Just keep it very, very simple. And then I will try to use 2 bar for 1 chord to make it like 8 bars. So let's have a listen what it is sounds like. Very beautiful. First thing is I will make an EQ to clean it up some sounds. So basically in this EQ section, you can see the sounds, right, in which range. So basically EQ is help us to clean up some sounds that like we don't want, or maybe they will mix it very muddy in the mix. So in this case, I will going to cut a bit of the low and also some high. Or maybe you want to make like that ambient, they love the pad sound very, very rumble. Then you can cut more high. Then you can hear the sounds will be very, very rumble right now. Rather than like this, you can hear the high end. So I highly recommend you use headphones to listen to this tutorial because you can hear more details. And then I highly recommend this plugin is Valhalla Supermassive. For me, I'm not a fan of Logic reverb sounds, but this plugin is perfect for ambient music because they can make the sound super wide, very massive. The sounds will be like this. So you can hear the sound is drawn out to the space. So there is no exactly what you should add or not, but in my music production, I love to add at least pad, another pad, maybe add some more depth to the first pad, or maybe some movement, and then I will going to add a bass sounds for giving the low end. Then the fourth maybe noise texture. Maybe you can also add some field recordings like the bird sounds, water sounds. This is also can give you some very clear mind. And then I will also add some sound effect to make it like some more transition and more interesting. So this is what I really like, but there is no right or wrong. So keep searching some preset. Maybe you will feel like this sounds is fit so well, and then you can use that sounds. And then I tried to copy this under it to make the sounds more depth. Can you hear there more rumble sounds? So in this case, I don't want the high end. So I just keep it a very rumble to layer to my first pad. Can you hear the difference? So basically, this is a bass sound. Also finding in Alchemy. And then super simple. You just need to copy your chord progressions, press the Option key and then drag and drop right here. And then I'm going to delete all the high notes. Just keep the roots note. And then the sounds will be like this. So you can hear the more low and more depth in these 3 layers. So again, I'm going to EQ a bit because they got a little bit of the high and I don't want it. Just keep it like bass sounds. And then I boost it a bit to make the bass more rumble in the mix. So after that, I find it a more high-end sounds. So this sounds, and I just cut it off all the low. So you can see they have some low end section right here, but I don't need it. So I just keep it the high, mid-range, and then this I just cut it a little bit because I feel like the sound's a bit harsh. Then I just cut it out a little bit. In this case, I only add just 3 notes to add some extra sounds. So you can see I don't need to add a lot of plugins, you just need to add EQ to cut the sounds because the Alchemy sounds already sounding so good. So don't over make it too much. So after that, I really like to add some sounds effect. So in Alchemy, you can also finding this type of sounds like sound effect, soundscape. It is also I always will find something to fit in the ambient music. So now I just choose this retro synth also from Logic. So they already come up with this type delay, and then I added supermassive for more reverb. So in the mix will be like this. So after you play around, your idea is already here, but you forgot the melody. You forgot which keys you press, and then you can press this button. They will capture the sounds for you. So then I just twist it a bit and change the notes a bit to put in this range. And then this is also another sounds effect, and also from Logic. They already come up with this plugin, and I only added this stereo delay. So I really like adding this type of sound effect. So I just come up with this very simple note, just one note. So next step, I'll trying to add some more texture in the background. So I find this something like tap noise, but I cut it a lot of the frequency. So before will be like this. So I only want the like final sounds. I don't need these sounds, so I just cut it off and just keep the high end, like the texture, in the background. Then super easy, one long note for whole track. So let's have a listen all combined together what it sounds like. So let's say we got these 7 layers and then we want to arrange as a full track. How can we do that? So simply you can copy all the sounds a few times. So basically in an ambient track you can make it super long, like 5 to 6 minutes, but I'm always to keep it like 2 to 3 minutes. Then we can try to take out something, add some more layers to make the sounds more like a full track. So in the intro we don't need a lot of sounds, maybe just one pad sounds, or we can add some sound effect and going to the second bar. In the second bar, maybe we don't need some high end, some texture, maybe we don't need it. So we can just delete it. So the bass, I always will get into the second bar. In the middle section, maybe you want all the elements together. In the outro, maybe you want something like this. So you will got a very easy and quick arrangement to make the sounds like in and out and make it as a full track just using a loop. After that, you can try to listen it again, maybe in this part. Still have a lot of space to add some elements, right? You can just enjoy the process, have fun and choosing different sounds. That's it. And then you can this ambient track. So hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any question, feel free to leave a comment below and I will try my best to reply all of you. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel, that can help me to create more content to all of you. See you in the next one.